Moments of inspiration mixed with time to network, IBJ Media Events has you covered. From industry deep dives to awards celebrating Indiana's top leaders, see what's coming up and reserve your seat at ibj.com/RSVP.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio on demand for Thursday, November 13th, 2025. I'm Gary DeK. The CEOs of Eli Lilly and Company, Elanco, and Corteva, as well as the presidents of Indiana and Purdue universities, will take part in today's 25th annual BioCrossroads Life Sciences Summit at Elanco's new downtown Indianapolis headquarters. The focus of the event will be on the emerging One Health Innovation District in downtown Indy, which aims to become a global center for human, animal, and plant health. BioCrossroads CEO Vince Wong tells me Indy and Indiana have what it takes to make it happen.
And with the companies that we have in our community and the university know-how, that really creates a really powerful opportunity for us to collaborate to make sure that we advance that and capitalize on that opportunity.
Michigan-based Lineage, Inc., a temperature-controlled warehouse real estate investment trust, has completed a $180 million expansion of its cold storage facility in Hobart. The project, which marks the third expansion of the building since 2008, is expected to result in about 50 new jobs. It makes the facility the REIT's largest in North America. The board of directors for the DeKalb County Economic Development Partnership has selected Colin Bice to serve as the organization's new president and CEO. Bice had been serving in that role on an interim basis following the departure in September of Anton King, who led the organization for more than 9 years. From the state's number one source for Indiana business news, you're listening to Inside Indiana Business Radio. Northeast Indiana is on the move, and the next big conversation is happening in Fort Wayne. Join business and community leaders at Innovate Northeast Indiana, a powerful afternoon of ideas, innovation, and insight. We're talking talent, technology, and transformation. And what's next for the region? Join us at the Grand Wayne Center Tuesday, November 18th for Innovate Northeast Indiana, part of the Innovate Indiana series presented by Indiana University and Old National Bank. RSVP now at ibj.com/innovate. Researchers from the Purdue University College of Veterinary Medicine are studying an experimental vaccine therapy to treat often fatal solid tumors in dogs.
The clinical trial focuses on Massachusetts-based Axon Bioscience Corporation's AmbiFect immune-enhancing therapy. AmbiFect is an injected therapy designed to stimulate the dog's immune system to produce antibodies targeting the PD-L1 protein, which helps prevent the body's natural defenses from attacking cancer cells. A dog suffering from such tumors currently would be treated through radiation, chemotherapy, or surgery if the tumor is operable. Axton said AmbiFect holds the potential to make those traditional treatments, which are far more costly, less frequent. The purpose of the first trial is to assess the therapy's safety and tolerability, with secondary objectives to identify initial signs of efficacy and to study biomarkers for response. Purdue said the dogs in the trial will have an average age of about 10, diagnosed with solid tumors, including soft tissue sarcoma, melanoma, and mast cell tumors. Dr. Shauna Klon, associate professor of oncology and veterinary medicine at Purdue, said the next phase would then focus on those cancers to look more closely at efficacy. The new AmbiFect trial builds on another Purdue-led clinical trial looking at Axton's monoclonal antibody for treatment of dogs with bladder cancer. Axton said that treatment is on track for conditional approval from the U.S. Department of Agriculture in 2027. Alex Brown, Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Pendleton-based food waste recycling company Nutrition 101 LLC is adding to its portfolio with the acquisition of Value Feeds, a dairy upcycling company headquartered in Dallas. Financial terms of the deal are not being disclosed. Nutrition 101 works with food manufacturers to develop custom programs to support food waste recovery and upcycling. This is Gary DeK for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.
I'm Tiffany Souter, mom of four, wife, entrepreneur, and host of the Life of And podcast. For years, I built my life with brute force, a successful business, a growing family, and absolutely zero margin. I was tired, snappy, and felt constantly behind, and I was too afraid to admit it. Everything changed when I stopped trying to do more and started building systems that actually worked for my real life. If you too are craving more peace, more presence, and just more time for you, I'd love for you to join me on the Life of And. Subscribe now on your favorite podcast app or listen at ibjpodcast.com.
Thanks for listening to this IBJ Media podcast. You're probably going to remember this ad. Do you know why? Podcast advertising works. 85% of listeners recalled hearing an ad during a podcast, and 70% of podcast listeners have acted after hearing an ad. So whether you're looking to be heard across the entire IBJ Media Podcast Network, sponsor one of our shows, or just start with a 30-second ad, IBJ Media can help. Contact advertise at ibj.com to learn more.